Hey everybody, sorry I tried to go live on Rumble and Patreon and I was having issues with it. So for this first episode of current events with the bizarre and the unknown, I'm going to do this on YouTube so I can save it. And I'll have to work on the rest later. Um, so what I want to do is kind of hit some current events that's happening in the news here lately, and I'm going to get your all's opinion on it. I'm going to tell you my opinion. So the first one I want to kind of talk about is this Las Vegas alien deal. Now I'm kind of, hey Cynthia, how's it going? I'm kind of got some. I can't really say this is real, and I can't really say it ain't. I mean, with the police body cam coverage, leads a lot of credibility to it. I don't know. Well, this is from breaking news or news. I can't remember who it's from. Uh, but let's kind of take a look on this, and we'll kind of dissect it a little bit. Now, this here's supposedly in between these two guys with the pink hair and that one there. They're supposedly, and you can see something moving there. Apparently, this is one of those cloaked aliens. And then up here on the upper right, above the fence, you're going to see it kind of blurred come in. Um, because there's no features, I can't say this is actually cloaked aliens. I really can't. But hey, David, I also cannot say that it's not plausible because it is very plausible. Um, it's interesting. Either way you look at it, it's very interesting. And like I said, what leads a lot of credibility to this is the fact that you got the police body cam going with this. Hey, Corey. Um, I'm still working on. I thought I had this figured out where I can go live on Rumble, so I'm going to have to be very picky on this show and what I say because this is going to be on YouTube until I can figure out how to do this on Rumble correctly and Patreon. Um, hey, Melissa. So, I mean, what do you guys think when you're watching that video? What do you guys think on that? What's your guys' opinion? I gotta get set up for my next. There we go. Um, to me, I mean, it's definitely plausible. That very well could be some cloaked aliens. A lot of stuff suggesting that it is. It's I don't know. Um, I don't want to play too much of it because, like I said, I'm live on YouTube, so it's not like I'm on Rumble or anything else. Hey, Roxanne. That video is interesting. What is the backstory on the ones filming it? So this was a family. I've got to go off of memory here. Yeah, it's a blur to me too, Cynthia. It really is. So apparently, this family was having a party in their backyard, and all of a sudden they started seeing stuff going on. So they called the cops, and I didn't get a chance to download the cop body cam video of this. So whenever I put something together for Rumble, I may do something separate and I'll put it on Rumble. Kind of leads a lot to the credibility of this being very possibly what it is. I don't know. I mean, I'm up on the fence on it. For me, it's up on the fence. But apparently they had that strange stuff going on. It freaked them out. They called the cops and they made this video. There is a lot of news people. I mean, this is something that hit mainstream news, folks. This is on a lot of mainstream news things that are even reporting this. You can see them. Yes, you can. You're absolute. You can see two separate entities. Now you can't make out what they look like. So when they did that little green drawing, I can't really say, "Hey, yeah, this is what it is," because they drew it on here. I can't. I personally, just me personally, this is my opinion and my critique on this. I did not see a definitive shape telling me what this is. Can I see things physically moving that is blurry? You're absolutely right. I can physically see two things moving that is blurry. Could this be a doctored video that they blurred? Possibly. But I can't say that it is. I really can't. These families are really sticking to what they saw, and And you can Google it and you'll see the body cam video of this too. It's pretty interesting. Yes, this is the Vegas one, Roxanne. That is the Vegas one. I find it's out of a lot of, when it comes to aliens, this is right up there as one of the good ones. But what I find intriguing is the fact that it hits so much mainstream media. I mean, it's been on Fox, it's been on NBC, it's been on all of CNN, it's been on so many different ones. That's where I'm at right on that, David. I can't debunk it and I can't prove it. That's why I call it plausible. Is this plausible? Absolutely, this is plausible. Because I can't prove it, nor can I debunk it. Can I say, yes, is there stuff I'm seeing in this video? Absolutely. They're calling it cloaking. Aliens cloaked. Is that why they're blurred out? That is very possibly why it's blurred out. But with everything that happens in this world, the fact that they can blur something out and say this is what it is possible. But between it hitting mainstream news and the fact of the body cam video with it as well, this is why I kind of wanted to talk about this day, because this has got to be up there with it. So yeah, it's cool. So the next subject I want to talk about, and this comes from the news article from Al Jazeera, Jazeera, and it's this crooked ass person right here, Miss Haynes. Hold on, let me get back to this. There's another video I viewed this morning. A woman out west got notification on her phone from her Ring camera. She looked in the camera, seen what appeared to be a cat standing on its own. Oh yeah, I seen that. Is that the one that Jessica was talking about the other day, Melissa? I think I know which one you're talking about. So Miss Haynes here. A policeman also said that one of the videos he saw something was. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Is the body cam video from that, Roxanne? Yes. It had it on. Yes, that's the one that Melissa was, or Jessica talked about the other day. That was pretty cool. To me, it leads a lot towards maybe a hairless squirrel, but I can't say that it is, and I can't say it ain't. It's a strange thing captured. This news article I'm about to read right now. This is going to be something we need to keep an eye on. Now, Miss Haynes here, the article reads, U.S. intelligence warns of mounting challenges to current world order. Spy chiefs say threats from China and Russia threaten U.S. privacy. War on Gaza could spread insecurity. So this is something we got to worry about, because that headline there tells me, hey, son Tina, how's it going? I hope I said your name right. I apologize. That news article really brings up a lot of concern. The headline of that news article really brings up a lot of concern for me. When it says spy chiefs say threats from China and Russia threaten U.S. privacy, war on Gaza could spread insecurity, that tells me that something is getting ready to happen. And usually it's not from the sources that they say is it. Usually it's coming because somebody else is doing it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's why I decided to start doing these current events with the Bizarre and the Unknown. Soon as I can get this where I can go live on Rumble and Patreon, it's going to be a different kind of what I'm doing today, because I can more open and I got more freedom on them platforms versus what I do on YouTube. So being I'm having to do this live on YouTube because I couldn't do it to go on Rumble or Patreon right now, I'll upload this to that later on. I thought I had it where I can go live on there, but it's being a butt. Hey, William, brother, how's it going? Yeah. So this is kind of what it says in the article. United States intelligence agencies have warned that the country faces an increasingly fragile world order. There's a key word right there, world order. And you listen to the Bushes. You listen. I've caught a few of them, Melissa. I'm really liking what they say. So that's why I kind of picked this one for this part of the current events. But yeah, they seem to be pretty good. But there's key words in here that I'm going to point out, like this one here, world order. Now, you've heard the Bushes, you've heard the Clintons, you've heard the Obamas, you've heard the Bidens. They all talk. You have heard Klaus Schwab with the World Economic Forum. Same with Noah Havari. You've heard Bill Gates. You've heard all these people talk about bringing in the new world order. So that's the key word. Yes, Corey. That is the key word you need to think about when we're listening to this article, and then listen to what it says. The alarm was sent through 2024 Annual Threat Assessment Report issued on Monday. The document on worldwide threats to U.S. national security cautions that China, Iran, and Russia are challenging the current international rules based on order. So why the hell do we have some international orders? We're the U.S. We shouldn't have international or rules. That's not. I don't like that. The report outlining the collective insights of the U.S. Intelligence Committee says that the country faces an increasingly fragile global order. There's that dang word again. Australia is steep closer to national economy-wide digital ID system with the legislation today passing the Senate. Can't buy food, gas, house, or anything without they own this. Yes. And the other thing that's really, really causing concern is the fact that all these Dollar Generals are popping up in the middle of freaking nowhere. We got another one in a very, very, very small town. It's a hair bigger than what mine is, and we ain't got very many people in the town I live in, and it's only a hair bigger. I mean, we're probably less than 100 people in each one of our towns. They're popping up a Dollar General there. And then the other day while I was at work, I seen a Dollar General marketplace. And if you guys know anything about AG21, if you want to know what that means, I'll tell you off camera because I'm on YouTube. Part of the 10-minute cities, Dollar General is a big part of that. It's not going to be Walmart like everybody thought. It's going to be Dollar Generals. And the fact that they're placing these in those locations that match up with that 10-minute city setup really brings concern to me. Did someone research and found something that you probably know? What do you mean by that, Roxanne? They may be food distribution point, pass out a lot of food. Yes, that's kind of where I'm getting at. And they here in the U.S., when you're talking about that Australia thing, this is kind of what it is for us here in the U.S. Really good movies if you want to know what it's going to be like to kind of watch. And people don't think about it, but if you actually watch it and you study AG21, you're going to see it in this movie, and that's called The Mockingjay. Hunger Games, I think, is the other names for them. Something to really think about. So the Chinese war support, and this is what this article's talk about, is China is providing economic and security assistance to Russia as it wages war in Ukraine, supporting Russia's industrial base. The report said the report notes that the trade between China and Russia have been increasing, and that Chinese exports of goods with potential military use have risen more than threefold since 2022. In a testimony, the Senate Intelligence Committee in Washington, D.C., Director of National Intelligence, Avril Haines, I don't know how to say her name. I only speak American, so I don't know. Urged lawmakers to approve more military assistance for Ukraine. This is something that I really don't like, and this is another reason why I picked this article. Is that there approves military assistance for Ukraine? We absolutely have zero business being over there, and absolutely zero business sending money over there. It's a proven fact that the money is getting laundered through Ukraine back to our politicians' pockets. So this really bothers me. What I like is the fact that even though this Democratic Senate hasn't passed or has passed it, the House has not, and they are not even talking about it. And I like that. That the Illuminati is one of the biggest ones and all that. Yes, that's when it comes to you guys really want to know what's happening. Look up Davos World Economic Forum. Hey, Jessica, how's it going? I was just talking about you a few minutes ago. They are telling us. They told us what COVID was going to happen. They was going to tell us about the vaccines, and now they're telling us about all this stuff right here. This is very disturbing. This is very, very disturbing. The fact that they're wanting to do this, and we, the people, are going to feel it in our pocketbooks when if they start doing it. Luckily, the House has not even talked about it yet. They've put it on the back shelf, and this is really pissing off the certain people's. That's okay, William. I'll put it up there in case nobody can see it. You're all good, my brother. You're all good. Better to learn how to fish, hunt, and make water, build shelter, grow food, and count the stars of the 90s. Yeah, they need to. That's good, Jessica. Yeah, we had a comment about, because I was talking about the Las Vegas alien deal a few minutes ago, and I believe it was David or it was Melissa or Roxanne. I'm sorry, I can't remember which one it was. Brought it up about the little thing caught on the ring cam that you talked about the other day. So in a test, it was hard to imagine how Ukraine could hold territory it has recaptured from Russia without more assistance from Washington, she said. The report also warned that China could use technology to try and destabilize the U.S. directly. So this kind of stuff here is what I want you guys to think of. When you're reading these articles, they're telling you, hey, it's this, and this person, but you need to start thinking it's actually more, it's our so-called people of power that's actually doing it. And that's something you got to be warned about. You really, 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 really need to think about this kind of stuff. You got to read between the lines, folks. China may attempt to influence the U.S. elections in 2024 at some level because of its desire to sideline critics of China and magnify U.S. Societal divisions, it reads. Biden came out with Ukraine saying that Ukraine can't send missiles over to Russia. There's a lot of stuff going behind the lines, guys, and this is kind of what we're going to talk about on this show. There's a lot of stuff going on people don't see, but if you read an article but you don't dissect it, then you miss out what's actually going on, and that's what I'm trying to help people to kind of see in here. Republican House of Representatives Speaker Mike Jones, an ally of the former President Donald Trump, has so far refused to call a vote. Oh, yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Refused to call a vote. I lost my spot. That would provide $60 billion more for Ukraine. Why we need to send them another $60 billion? There is, yeah, Roxanne. I'll have to see that. I haven't heard that, but I'll have to look that up. But I mean, it's hard to say. Yeah. Why do we need to send them another $60 billion? And what has he actually done with the money? Nobody's ever been able to prove what Zelensky's done with that money. If you notice that every time that's happened, if you actually study the pocketbooks of the politicians up on the Hill, that's gotten bigger every time they've sent that money over there. Central Intelligence Agency Director William Burns told the upper house that continuing to support for Ukraine would also send a message to China about aggression towards Taiwan or in the South China Sea. they're in the pocketbooks of China, folks. That's been proven multiple times. They are in the pocket. The people on the hill are in the pocketbook of China. I want to put something together on that, Jessica. I am working on trying to put something together on that. I'm having issues with this freaking Rumble thing. As soon as I get something, I'll put it out on my Rumble and my Patreon. Putting together 2 videos to release tomorrow: American Monsters and Immortals Among Us. Heck yes, William. Heck yes, that would be awesome. That would be freaking awesome. I need to change my banner real quick, and I lost my hoo-ha banner. Oh, I accidentally deleted it. That's okay. I'll put this one up. So that is one of the news things that we want to focus on. So when we're looking into this stuff, folks, we need to instead of just reading it, you need to pick apart what they're actually saying. And what I'm reading into this, and this is just because of the stuff that I have gotten into the last few years and following, is this is going to lead into the next article we're going to talk about here in a minute. Sorry, I had to delete something off this screen. Is the money. Now, we are currently in what's called the fiat system, the Babylonian fiat system. That is what our financials are under right now. Yes. I'm hopefully I can still find the stuff again, Roxanne. I used to have it on my old laptop, but somehow a lot of my stuff on my laptops disappeared. So that's going to be hard, but I am going to work on finding that so I can get that, and I'll put it on Rumble so I won't get in trouble. What's going on behind the lines that people don't see is we're getting away from this Babylonian fiat system, which gives the elites the power over the world. Okay. We've talked about it a few times on William's show, Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Soroses, the Klaus Schwabs, the Noah Varis, the Bill Gates, and all of them. That's kind of what I'm talking about. All that money that we've sent over there, there is nothing that is supposedly went towards helping them. Has it ever helped them? It's always went to something else. And if you notice, like I said, the politician's pocketbook has got deeper and deeper. So I'll get some of that stuff on there. So the one thing that's going behind the lines is we're getting away from this Babylonian fiat system, and we're getting into a system that I really, really like, and I'm a big supporter of, and it's called BRICS. Now, something is good when mainstream media tells you that something is evil and bad, and they're always talking down about BRICS. The thing that people don't realize about BRICS is based on asset-backed financing, and that's what we originally were on before they brought in the Babylonian fiat system that we're currently on now. You're only as rich as what assets you have to the world. Now, the good thing about this, if I want to buy a gallon of milk here in the United States for $1 and I go to Japan the next day and need another gallon of milk, well, it's just $1. You're asset backed. And I'm very, very big on that. I really like that. That is, yes, amongst others besides him. You're absolutely right, William. He's backing more than just them. It's Ukraine is a filtration. It's a laundromat. Basically, it's a laundromat. To put it bluntly, and if you don't know what that means, hit me up on a private message and I'll explain to you what a laundromat is. But that's what that place is. It's a freaking laundromat. So with BRICS, there's some stuff going on in the BRICS world. And the headline of this article is India's foreign ministry says there are criteria for decisions on BRICS enlargement. The association of the new countries to BRICS will be based on the decision of this group, taking in account to establish criteria. This would state by Indian Foreign Ministry spokesman Randhar Jaiswal while replying to the related question. This is reported by Ani, a partner of TV BRICS. And this is where this article comes from, is TV BRICS. Blinken had a process conference today, and he confirmed letting Ukraine send the missiles to attack inside Russia. That doesn't surprise me. And we've talked about this on Williams' show several times. You know, when we thought we eliminated Nazis during World War II, they didn't. They went to 3 places. They went to Ukraine, Argentina, and California. So there's a lot of that stuff going on. That's why I've told people for a long time, if you want to know the next step of what these people are going to do to us, follow what Hitler did. Quote, we keep saying that BRICS is an important platform for us, and we would look forward to participating in the meetings to be organized by Russia as the chair of the association this year. As far as membership is concerned, the group decides on the basis of the certain criteria that the BRICS member countries have set. That was what Jaiswal said. Now, what is really, really cool about this BRICS thing is over 75% of the world, I can't remember what it's at now, but if memory serves me correctly, it is over 75% of the world is now on BRICS, which is why you're seeing what we're seeing in our country now. Yes, and that's kind of what these articles are a little bit about today, William. It's trying to wake people up to see the truth behind things, not what mainstream media tells you. I'll read to you what media tells you, but I'll kind of break it down to you and show you this is my point of view on everything, how I see what's going on. According to Indian Foreign Ministry spokesman, if the group decides to expand, considers a particular country, it will be done. Earlier, the Thai government approved a draft letter of intent for the country to become a BRICS member. Plans to join the group were also confirmed by Sri Lanka's foreign ministry. I am not talking to you, so quit popping up. The BRICS group has gone through 2 waves of expansion since its foundation in 2006. In 2011, South Africa joined the original membership, which included Brazil, Russia, India, and China. In August 2023, 6 new members, including Argentina, were invited to join the group at once but declined to join in late December. The 5 new members, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Egypt, began full BRICS membership on January 1st, 2024. That is significant because that's going to put us well above it's probably going to put us closer to the 80% of the world population on BRICS now. And I mean, now this is the sad thing. This is where it hurts, but until we become part of it, this is why we're hurting. This is part of the reason why you see what we see going on in our country with this inflation, because people are getting away from this fiat Babylonian system that we're on now on the currency, because it's no good. It really is no good. I mean, look how much trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in debt we are now, because we have no way of paying it back. When you get onto this BRICS system, which is asset backed, the amount of money you have depends on how many assets your country has to produce to help the world. So it's going to get us away from all of that, which is very important. Very, very important that we get away from all that. I just sent you a video on what Blinken said. Okay, give me a second. Let me see if I can pull that up and put it on here. Ooh, I've already done a little bit of some. I'll make another video. And hey, Glades, I'll have to do another video, Roxanne, and put it on Rumble. I've already played a 30 seconds worth of stuff on YouTube, so they're going to start getting a little antsy on me playing stuff right now. So I will be putting some stuff on my Patreon and my Rumble. Oh man, I just erased the one thing I wanted to talk about. That's okay. I can do a lot of it off of memory. Next thing I want to talk about, which is all this stuff ties together, folks. If you actually look at it, and you follow it, this all ties together. And this is the thing that just happened yesterday. And that was the 34 fraudulent counts of federal so-called convictions on Donald Trump. We all know this is a damn farce. Every single person that has anything to do with this kind of stuff, they all said the exact same thing, that this is not, there's no shred of evidence and no way he should be convicted. And there's so much proof on there showing that the jurors and the judge and the prosecutors are all in line with the deep state, and all of them are trying to get him to not be president. The thing that they don't realize is, yes, he got convicted 34 times for felony, even though it's all false and bullcrap. He did. It will not stop him from being president. He can still run as president. Not only that, every time he makes an appeal, we can go to July of next year before appeals run out, not counting the Supreme Court. And so when he appeals it, it goes to a different judge. He can, one of two things can happen. The one, when it goes to appeals, it's all going to get erased. Two, if it goes to the Supreme Court, it all get erased, because there is not a shred of evidence, and everybody involved with this case on the prosecution side of it has been in trouble for fraud and lying to federal officers, and every single one of them are deep contributors to the Democratic Party, and each one of them are Soros-backed people. Soros has paid them in there. Soros has got them elected. There's a lot of stuff. Now, this is what I love about this. Now, people, is this a sad thing? Yes, this is all part of that pantomime showing you what this deep state's about, to try to wake people up. And this has woken a lot of people up. Glades, I don't put much thought into a whole situation. To me, they are reservation operatives. And yes, but this is also part of this pantomime I keep telling you guys about, that's waking people up. And it has. It really has woken a lot of people up. That's what I was getting at, David. A lot of these appeals will not happen until election. But what people don't realize is he can still run for president, and he can still win the presidency, even with these things on here. And people forget that, and they lose sight of that. And it's like, come on, people, you got to wake up. Read the laws, read the Constitution, read this stuff. He has not done a felony charge that prevents him from being president. And if you want to look at things, look at a lot of your dang people on Capitol Hill. Each one of them, they've had vehicle manslaughter charges against them. They've had debts put against them because they're so far in debt. They've had so much crap as the DUIs, public intoxications, drugs, sex. Sad. I hate to say this, but sex with minors. There's been a lot of stuff, and they're still up on that hill. So, and so there's people are getting upset, and the thing you should be upset about is the sham that shows you what the Biden DOJ is about. And that's exactly what this is. This is woken up to the people, showing them what the Biden DOJ is. But he can still be president. So, I mean, you guys got to consider that. So this will eventually get thrown out. It will. And this case, this whole farce, this whole dog and pony show they're doing to try to keep him out. That's all it is they're grasping at straws, folks. And all they did was build his following bigger than it has ever been. You look at his poll numbers, they are through the freaking roof. They are huge right now. So keep that in mind. So one of the other things I want to talk about, which leads into actually this, and that's these two jokers right here, and Biden and Obama, which we've all seen the video of Obama talk about. He's perfectly fine running the rest of as many terms as he wants from the cushion of his couch. He's caught several times on national TV slipping up saying national or Vice President Biden. Then he'll automatically, it's just a joke. He does it every single time. People who don't actually study what people say and their body languages and what they see will think, okay, yeah, he's just making a joke. No, he really means that. He really, really means that. So keep that in mind. Now this article I want to read here is it's on Newsmax, and this is from Donald Trump Jr. And the news article reads, Donald Trump Jr. to Newsmax, level of corruption never seen before. Americans see everything the Biden White House and the Democratic Party has thrown at former President Donald Trump, and the cases being brought against him in heavily Democrat areas. Donald Trump Jr. told Newsmax on Monday, no one's ever seen the level of corruption, this level of ethical violations, this miscarriage of justice. Trump told Eric Bolin, The Balance, whether it's in New York, it's New York's Attorney General Letitia James concocting a bank fraud case out of nothing, Atlanta DA Fannie Williams and the grift taking place there, or the special counsel Jack Smith and the FBI tampering with documents, and yet nothing happens. Donald Trump Jr. continued, it's almost crickets in the mainstream media. But Americans are starting to see it because they understand that Joe Biden's presidency is a disaster, from Biden economics to potential third world war. Quote, the pendulum has overcorrected so far the other way that even with $1 trillion of help from big tech and mainstream media, the Democrats are losing badly. He continues. Hey, Michelle, how's it going? Thus gives presidents to go after them for same and more. That includes prior presidents or Trump set up to go again. Yes. And that's the thing. That's the other thing that people don't think about. They literally have just opened up Pandora's box against them for this. I don't believe what any of them say in the basics or in fundamentals, whatever comes from anything from them won't change our situation of being the little guy. To a point, depends on who's in there, Glades. You're correct. If things work out the way they're supposed to and they're looking like they're going to, that's a completely different story, because people forgot we the people have the power, not the people on the hill. We the people have the power. They are our servants. We are not their servants. And until people start waking up, they're not going to see this. And that's what why I just came up with this show, is to try to help people to wake up. Now, people are going to tell you, and I hear this all the time, and this is what I'm going to tell them every time. Oh, I don't vote because there's no point in it. They do what they want anyways. Yes, you are correct. But if you don't have that paper to, when you vote, to show them that, hey, no, this is actually how it is. You, by not voting, are letting them win. Now, people are talking about a civil war. No, we don't want that. That is one thing we don't want. Yeah, we winning never underestimate Trump. You're absolutely right. Yes. Sometimes I think the people have forgotten. They have forgotten that, Melissa. They really have forgotten that we, the people, are in charge. We, the people, have the power, and they have forgotten that. So I got to be careful because I'll probably get in trouble on YouTube for talking about this too much. So that's why I'm trying to get everything set up on Rumble, which I thought I had it set up that way. So I got to go in and try to fix that. This is something we got to consider. Speaking of the devil himself, I'm just watching on screen George Soros talking. Corrupt little. Dang mouse, quit doing your thing. I want to. Bloomberg did a list on what the president's is with all this. Send a photo of it. Thank you. Yeah, I'll check all that. Like I said, I'll put a video together. This will be on Rumble and this will be on my Patreon as well. But I'll do a separate video for Rumble and Patreon and get that up there because I got a lot more freedom on the platforms. I'm going to try to have this show strictly on Rumble and Patreon as soon as I can get it figured out. So that way I'm not held back. We have to worry about the ones in charge now and what can be done. So that's an extra interesting comment, David. In some aspects, you're absolutely 100% correct. In other aspects, there's a lot more going on behind the scenes than what people know. And it's hard to talk about a lot of this stuff on YouTube. I think I'm okay. When I last checked, I had 207 followers. Thank you, every single one of you guys who follow me on here. And to all you new members, thank you so much. I am very blessed and I'm very grateful that you guys watch me on here. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, I am very, very thankful for every single one of you guys. So I may be able to slip under the radar. Time will tell. If something happens, this, like I said, this will always be on Rumble and be on Patreon where I don't have to worry about that. Think of what will happen the closer to the national election. Yeah, and that's why I wanted to put one because, they're saying that people don't realize there's actually two factions of China, just like there's actually two factions here in the United States or governments, however you want to put it. There's actually two going on right now. A lot of people don't realize what we see on the boob tube from the people on the hill. That is the elites. Hi, Shane. Oh, I'll get you. Okay, sorry. Those are the, like Biden. He is the president of the corporation of the United States of America. Then you have the true government. You remember I told you there's a circle. Now, the outer ring of this circle, I said this probably about, it's been a few months, is the actual government, and that is government of the United States of America. And then inside that circle, you have what's called the government of the corporation of the United States of America. Inside that circle is where we are. Until you learn how to step outside of that one circle, get into the circle where we're supposed to be, the people that control this inner circle has things against you. So, and they're the ones doing this. So to a point, yes, you are correct, David. But if you work around it, you know how to work around it. You can get outside of that and there ain't crap they can do. One of the key things to look at, like especially courtrooms, if you go into a courtroom and the American flag has the yellow fringe around you, which means you're lost naval property. That yellow fringe is naval. If you actually look at things, we are considered, per our birth certificates, per our social security cards, we are considered British lost naval property. And any court system, any government system that has that orange fringe around it, that is the corporation. Okay. That is part of the naval property thing. We're not considered alive, nor are we dead. We are considered British lost naval property. After the Revolutionary War, we were in extreme debt, and even though France had helped us to win against Britain, um, we did not trust them near as much to have them help us with that debt. It was either get with them, the people we don't know as much about, or get back with Britain, the people we do know. And they went back with Britain. And from that point on, we became British lost naval property. OnePlus is CNN, MSNBC, and other aired Trump's speech today. I can't wrap my head why they did that. I haven't had a chance to watch that. I've been very busy. I was actually going to watch that after I do this live. So I'm kind of interested in that. But yes, I've seen that when I was doing some news article research. I did see that, David, and you're right. That's very interesting because we know exactly how they've been in the past, which I've said this before on Williams' show, is you're starting to see the news people getting away from how they have been, getting back into true news like they're supposed to be. And that is part of what is getting ready to happen for this new evolution in human evolution, where we're getting away from this Babylonian fiat system, this dimension that we are now. We're getting to a higher dimension, and part of it is whenever the white hats have won. We're just in a pantomime. Well, I'm just going to put it out there. White hats have won this war behind the scenes. We are now seeing what would happen if they did not step in. Okay, so part of it is they got told two conditions. Condition one: you continue how you are, and you will lose your business, and every single one of you will go to prison on, I can't remember what the charges are off the top of my head. Option two is you start going back to doing real news and reporting real stuff. We're slowly seeing that more and more every month when it comes to mainstream news. And that's because they got told that it's like people don't realize there's two militaries. There's the corporation military and there's the United States military. The United States military are far bigger than any other military out there. So you're going to see things happen. There's things, there's certain words, that key words that people listen to during a speech when he says we flooded the tunnels. We've how do you say it about mainstream news, fake news? And we've I can't remember how he said it on there off the top of my head. But anyways, what he's telling you is there's been several tunnels throughout Washington to Epstein's Island. And yes, that's the kind of what I'm getting at, Michelle, is that right there. Um, Folks, there's not going to be a civil war. And anybody who's telling you we need to have a civil war, you need to be very careful with them. Be very, very careful. I'll tell you now, I swore an oath to defend and uphold the Constitution of the United States of America, 16 August 1999. That oath does not have an expiration date. Am I just as mad as everybody else of what's going on? You're absolutely correct. I am just as pissed, just as mad. But if we do not do things to take back control of our country per the Constitution, we are no better than those who are destroying our Constitution. Do we have the Second Amendment right? Does the Second Amendment put there the way we can have to take up arms against a tyrannical government? Hello, MC. Yes, it does, and that's why I'm trying to get my lives when I'm doing this type of stuff on Rumble and my Patreon. Which I got to create a new Patreon banner. For some reason, that's not. I guess I accidentally deleted it. I don't know. I might be able to create it real quick. Yes, I can. Okay. That's my Patreon right there. That's why I'm trying to go live on them two things, because I can talk things a lot with a lot more freedom on them than I can on YouTube right now. I will be posting this videos on my Rumble and Patreon, but I want, as soon as I can get that figured out, this show here will be strictly on those two platforms. But everything's done in code word and done in numbers and symbols. And it's something. Oh crap! I just lost a bunch of stuff. Where'd I go? Right here. The powers to be do not follow or believe in the Constitution. They will come after you. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right, David. But if you do not do things per the Constitution like you're supposed to, and what the Second Amendment is supposed to be, is, we have that constitutional right to take up arms against any tyrannical government. But there has a process before you get to that point. And if you do not do that process, then you're no better than they are. A lot of dark side coming to the light, said we must have faith. Exactly. And that's what I keep telling people. You're slowly seeing this pantomime come to an end before this next stage of evolution in humanity. United States for humanity, however it is you want to look at it, that's on you. Technically, it's humanity. But we're slowly seeing things come to the light. And this is all part of that pantomime. This is all part of waking people up until this new system comes into effect. Now, Nasara Jasara deals with finances and deals with the human evolution side of the spiritual thing. These are all biblical based systems. We're getting back to the biblical based way of things and not what we are taught or what we're used to now. This sham of a trial was one of those things, is part of that pantomime. And also because, like I said a little bit ago, they just opened up Pandora's box, because every single one of them every single one of them black hats is involved. And black hats are from the level of your city all the way up to the hill, have done a lot of evil crap. Hey, Griff. So now, by doing what they just did to Trump, they have now set themselves up to have all this done to them. And the truth's going to come out. And we're going to start seeing things that's already happened that we don't know that happened. We are going to start seeing them now. So, not every single one of them. But we're going to start, there's going to be things that's happened that, ooh, man, that wind is starting to pick up. I've got rain going on. We're now going to start seeing that stuff come to light. We're going to start seeing military tribunals. There's a reason why Gitmo was enlarged. There's a reason why, and I'm 45, folks, and until this sham of an election that happened last time, I've never seen the White House go dark at night. It goes dark at night now. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things that's happened that we don't know about yet, that a lot of the citizens are not prepared for. And that's why we're going through this pantomime, to get us ready for what we're about to see happen. So I'm still got very high hopes on what's getting ready to happen. That's why I laughed at this. All these liberals are saying, "Oh, Trump's not going to be president now because of this." No, this ain't going to stop him. This is not going to stop him. He can still be president, and things can still go on. He'll never see the inside of a cell. This will get appealed, and it'll get erased, because it's all a sham. It's all lies. Every single one of them people involved on this thing here has been in trouble for lying to federal governments, doctoring evidence and stuff like that. Hell, their main witness, I can't remember the dude's name off the top of my head, just got out of federal prison for lying to the federal government and doctoring. And that was their main key witness to all this. He literally got impeached from his chair and put in prison for this stuff. So keep that in mind, folks. Really keep that in mind what happened with Trump today. Don't lose faith. I appreciate that, Michelle. I really do. Like I said before, you all around guy. Or you know what you know. You are the new. I did this. Yeah, I got what you meant. Yeah. That's why I created this show. I will have this soon. This show will be directly on Rumble and Patreon, though, as soon as I can figure that out. Because I can speak more freely on there than I can. I have to watch my words here. I really have to watch my words here. Change my banner up for a second. So we can. I've usually planned on this show usually being about an hour, but if you guys want to cover more things, I can stay on as long as you need me to. Thank you, Michelle. It's up. You guys got any questions about these topics we covered today? Now with the Las Vegas cloaking aliens, BRICS, the security alert, Trump, Biden, any of that, I'm more than happy to try to help it to you, explain it to you. If I don't know it, we'll look it up. Yes, it is, and that's why I'm working my ass off to get live on those other two platforms. I'm really working my ass off to get live on there, so that I don't have to. Um, I have made some changes to my Patreon. All my lives will now be live on the 3 tiers with no ads on them. I'll have behind the scenes stuff. Just kind of a quick note here. Let me get some more lights. It's starting to get dark in this storm. So let me get some more light here so I can read some stuff too to kind of help out. So on my 3-tier system I have on that, I'm still working on that, so I'm trying to build this up for you guys. Where did I put that at? Oh, I have it on the wrong one. That's why. So yeah, it's to me, Michelle. That's to me personally, that's plausible. The cloaking aliens is plausible on the Las Vegas thing. You can definitely see things moving, and with the body cam footage of it, the fact that it's on all mainstream media, mainstream media has covered it, leads to a lot of credence to it being real. The thing that's holding me back from definitely saying this is a real cloaking alien deal is the fact that they're blurred, and we all know you can do that AGI or digitally now. You can blur that stuff out to make it happen. And that is the one thing why I can't say that I actually think these were cloaking aliens. I'll just tell you, this is my opinion, my outlook on it, my critique, my criticism. It's definitely plausible because you can see how they react on the video. You can actually see something moving around, and the police body cam video and the fact that it was on every single mainstream news has me leaning to being a very good possibility. I don't want to play the video again because if I play too much, then YouTube gets mad. I'll probably put the video of it on my Rumble and on my Patreon. I may do a little video recording and post them on there of that, me talking about it, where I could be more open. We'll see how I can what I can figure out doing that. I'll figure something out. Right now, I can post on them lives, but it won't be actually live. It'll be a recording of a live. And that's why I decided to jump onto YouTube real quick, even though I said I was going to be, supposed to do it at 1600. I tried doing it, but it wouldn't let me do it. It started out was doing good. I got to play with it because it seemed like as soon as I started playing my intro music, that's when it kicked. So I don't know. I got to play with it to see what's going on. Lifting the veil. Yeah, I mean that's what we're doing here. We're trying to look past what they tell you on the news and dissect it down to open it up. But tier one, which is the Dranger tier, it's ads free. It's going to have behind the scenes content and my lives. Tier two, In Her Jar, which is ad free, behind the scene. Or no, I'm sorry. Dranger is ads free content and my lives. Tier two, In Her Jar, which is ads free, behind the scenes, early access. I'll be doing anytime I finish a chapter on my book, I'll re-upload it onto my Patreon up till chapter 11. Then after that, it won't be on tier two. Everything else will be on tier three from there on. I mean, solar comes, yeah. The tier three, which is the Odin tier, it's ad free, behind the scenes, early access, and digital copies and lives. That is what's available on my Patreon now. I'm still playing with it, still trying to get it to where I give you guys the best content possible. The one of the things, the reason why I decided to put the lives on all three tiers because it's ads free. So if you want to watch it later, you can watch it without the ads. If you don't mind watching ads, then you can watch it on Rumble or YouTube. But then Rumble and that and Patreon, I have more freedom to speak. That's why I'm going to be doing more of this stuff on there. Kind of curious what you guys think about me doing the show every now and then of current events with the bizarre and the unknown. If you guys like this kind of content, let me know, and I'll do more of them. This probably won't be a weekly deal. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. What you guys think depends on how often I'll do this. Don't know if I'm going to have time to do it every single week. This may be an every other week or once a month deal. I haven't decided yet. We'll see what happens. I just don't really have the time to do one every single week. I'll admit that. What I'm going to have to do is just do some stuff, come up with a lot of content to put on for this kind of show on these current events, and then put the show together and put it out. But today was kind of a nice day for a trial run, and that's kind of what this was. And so I could work out some bugs because I've got rains. I got my mower unstuck before the rain came in, which is nice. But fast as my grass is growing with all this rain we've been having, I'm gonna have to mow again here soon. So, good news is I finally got my taxes in. Didn't get the back pay I was told I was going to get, but I got my taxes in. So I got the engine bought for my truck. So now I'm waiting on it to come in, and June 19th, my truck goes in the shop. $1,700 later after that, it's new engine's put in, but the new engine cost me $5,000. That's good, Cynthia. That's good. And I'll be doing, the more I do this, the better these shows will come out. And I'll work on certain things. Like I said, today was a trial run just to kind of give it a filler. Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah. So I mean, we'll do this, and this is another one that I would love to have like William come on with me sometime, or if I can get some other people to come on that's big in this truth movement, the true woke, not the fake woke that we know of, the true woke. It's like I've said many times. Take the enemy's weapons and use them against them, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. They use this type of stuff against us, against the people, and I'm just trying to turn that around against them and get the truth out there. And everything, YouTube, fact checkers, before you get mad, this is all my perspective. This is all how I see things. This is my critique. This is for entertainment purposes only. And no, I'm not suicidal. And no, I have no plans on killing myself. And no, I have no plans of disappearing. Just putting that out there. I kind of like myself too much to do any of that. This is a good thing. Hey, Robert. This is actually a good point. I didn't think about this earlier. You know, we're talking about this weather. We're starting to get a spring like we used to, which we all know about chemtrails. And the governments came out and blatantly said, yeah, we do chemtrails to protect us from global warming. Um, but people don't know the white hats. You know, like I said before, the white hats have won. Technically, white hats. The white hats have won, and a lot of chemtrails you're seeing now is stuff they're putting out there to reverse what the black hats have done. And we're starting to see our original weather systems coming back. So people are complaining, man, it's raining all the time. This is how spring was for us for a very long time. Oh heck! Oh, thank you, William. Yeah, I mean, this is right up your my alley. And as soon as I can figure out how to go on Rumble and Patreon, where we don't have to hold back, bro, we got this. You and me's going to crush this. I know it, man. We are going to crush this. Penalty room, rats all over, infiltrating truce, must vet info, don't give them air. Yeah. Um, that's why I kind of created this show here and trying to get onto these platforms. I thought I had it set up. I did everything per StreamYard, how it said I'm supposed to do it to go on these lives on Rumble and on Patreon. Um, but like I said, for some reason, it started working. I got the check mark, said everything was good, started playing my intro music, and then it wasn't good. So if you guys get a chance, if you watch this from the beginning, let me know what you think of that new intro music I made for current events with the Bizarre and the Unknown. And then I've got a ending one as well. God sees, Robert says, God sees all these demons, forgot about Tartarus. Yeah. Yeah. You know, and this is, I've said this so many times on my show, and I've said this so many times on William's show. Mother Earth is a living entity, and you always got to respect her. And that's one thing I love about this new evolution that is about to come up is we're going to be getting back into that. No, no, I just I put in the code. It told me to put on StreamYard, and it checked out, said it was good. Two times earlier when I tried to go on live at 4 o'clock, I had green check marks. As soon as I hit my intro music, it kicked it off. So I'll look into that. There's my pen. Need my ink stick. Well, actually, I think I have. Let me double check that, William. I'm going to have to double check that. Rumble camera. Because I'm doing all this on my desktop. I will look into it. I think it asked me that, and I said yes. I'm pretty sure it did, but I'll get back in there in a little bit after this when I start. What the heck are you doing? My mouse just started doing its own thing. But I'll get on there and check that again, just to make. Excuse me, just to make sure. Yeah, yeah. It told me I was good. It told me I was good on Patreon. Told me I was good on that, and then I went to go live and had green check marks, and then all of a sudden I didn't no more. So I mean, I hate to do this where I can't interact with everybody when this is on. Um, I really want to do it live. I really don't want to have to do it the way I'm doing it now and record something. And I won't be able to do it. I won't be able to record it with YouTube. I just put one on here because I told you guys I was going to do this and it wouldn't let me do it. So I was like, I want to jump on YouTube real quick and go live there. But I don't want to have to record something like I am now with Patreon and Rumble and then upload it later like I won't have to do now. So I'm just going to have to play with it. Trump says, never give up, never give in. Nothing good ever comes easy. Exactly. Michelle, you bring up a good point. I've said this countless times on my show and on William's show. There's two paths in life that you walk. No kidding. Well, I may have to look at a different platform then. StreamYard was purchased by Google, and I wonder if that's what's going on. I may have to look into some other platforms. So I want to do some platforms where I can interact on the screen, because I can't. That's one thing I hate about StreamYard. You know, like DA can interact on the screen when he puts something up. I can't. So I need to figure out how I can do that and then what platforms are good. But that's it, Robert. Love all life, mineral kingdom, plant, animal, every man, woman, child, God bless. Exactly. I've got a book I just purchased that's coming in. It's called The Lost Herbal Remedies. I'll take a look at it. I'll play with a few things on it, and then as soon as I feel free, I'll give you guys my opinion on this book. I really like what's going on with this book. I'm really intrigued what's going on with this book. When I get it in, I'll go through it. I'll try some things out. I'll let you know, yeah, this is a good purchase or not. We'll see. It's supposed to be in by the 7th, I think. Something like that. I can't remember. Maybe in somewhere between the Monday and the 7th it's supposed to be in. I can't remember. But it's a book I got into because it's something I want to get back to natural things. I'm always telling you, get back into the natural remedy of the vibrations and frequencies of Mother Earth. We are all I'll let you. I'm going to do some research, William. If I can find a platform, I'll see what I can do by getting you tagged in on with mine, like I did with you. And I mean, if I got to pay for it, I got to pay for it. If it's something that could help us out, I'll get with you on it, brother. We'll talk. We'll talk. I'm going to do some research here in a little bit and see what I could find. And I pay for StreamYard now. So if I got to pay for another platform that's more user friendly and allows me to get content to other platforms for everybody in this bizarre and unknown universe a lot easier and a lot better, I'll do it. And if I can add somebody to it, I'll add you on there, and that way you can use that platform as well. And I mean, I ain't worried about having a bill on it. OBS. Never heard of them. OBS. I'll look that up, Griff. Thank you, buddy. Can't believe you even know about Mud Fossil. Dude, Mud Fossil University, I don't know. I think Roger, I've tried to get Roger to come on the show. And I've sent him a few things. I think he may misunderstand who I am, which is understandable because of the name of the channel, The Bizarre and the Unknown. But I'm still going to highly, highly recommend Roger with Mud Fossil University. That man is a genius when it comes to that stuff. And my gosh, the information that man has, and he can put everything together. I absolutely love Mud Fossil University. We are all connected to the sacred hoop of life. Absolutely. Our world is going to start cleansing and purging mankind for long. The next evolution, brother. Next evolution of humanity. We're going to get back to the old ways like you and I have talked about multiple times. Hey, Straw Dog. He's valid defensive. Yeah. He is. I wish I can get him to understand I'm not one of those people. I really, really want him on here, and I really, really wanted to interview him because I 100% believe in everything he talks about. I really think that he is that poor man. Mainstream education has really jacked that dude, and it's wrong. It is so wrong what they've done to him. He has got receipts and evidence for every single thing that he puts out. I absolutely 100%, and I've told people countless times to go over and watch him. Roger with Mud Fossil University, dude, that guy. I would love to have him on my show. I'll try to get his information out there, and I've gotten stuff from him too. And there's times I found one of his videos like, "Hey, can I use this on this show? I really want to get this message out." And he said, "Okay." And then I don't know. I think he misunderstood who I was. Well, I'm a bit late, but YouTube notification just chimed. No worries, Straw Dog. You can watch it. I was originally wasn't supposed to go live on YouTube. I was supposed to go live on Rumble and Patreon so I can speak freely, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So Benz, I told everybody on Facebook, hey, I'm going to go live on this and I couldn't do it. I jumped on here real quick. I appreciate that, Michelle. I really do. I really, 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 really love what that man says. This great spirit is in all of us. God dwells in all and sees all. You're absolutely right, Robert. You're absolutely right, bro. You know, Yahweh is within us all and sees all. I think he's Vilkowski reincarnated. That's an interesting theory. I never really thought about that. Hey, dude, if you guys have not watched Roger at Mud Fossil University, you guys are missing out. You guys are seriously missing out. That guy is awesome. I haven't had a chance to watch any of his shows lately. I've got to get caught back up. I've just been busier than a hiccup with everything going on. You know, between work, trying to get my taxes back that I was supposed to have March 4th that I finally got yesterday, getting an engine for my truck. That was $5,000. I've got to pay $1,700 to have the engine put in. I've got to find a way to get it down to the mechanic. So I'm probably going to have to rent a car dolly so I can get it down there. I'm supposed to have it at the mechanic on the 19th. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. As much as I hate to do it, I'm probably going to have to miss a day of work. Hey, Twisted, how's it going? I'm going to have to probably miss a day of work so I can get down there a day prior. Even though I'm off on the 19th, you know, I may just have to get up early. I may have to get the dolly the night before, get it loaded up, and take it down there bright and early. That way it's ready. But either way, can't wait to have my truck back. And I've got to now come up and get tires for my motorcycle. I've got a tire going low, but the tread's starting to wear funny. It's about time to get new tires for my motorcycle. I'm probably going to go back with the Michelin Commander Tuesday. Man, that rain is really coming down now. Get that Michelin Commander 2s. I really love those. I was using Firestones for a long time, or Bridgestones for a long time. And then I tried another one. I can't remember what they were called. They were really good. And they, somebody I know, I won't mention a lot of stuff, but he's no longer with us, got me hooked on Michelin Commander 2s. And my God, they're just a phenomenal tire on that motorcycle. I've got a GoPro set up where I can post my chest now. So I'm maybe doing some videos, just kind of some fun videos uploaded, me riding down the country road on my motorcycle. If that's something you guys like, you want interested in, I'm trying to figure out what I can do with it. But you know, it's just kind of what I see when I'm riding my country roads on my bike, man. I love it. PMS is getting to me hard because I got to get my tire fixed, and I've got my knee. My knee is doing a lot better now, so I can able to get back to doing that. So I got to get back on my bike. Hey, Ida, no worries, no worries. This was kind of a last minute deal because I couldn't go live on Rumble like I wanted to and Patreon. It's no big deal. I will be uploading this, but I'm going to try this show here. I'm going to try to have strictly on them 2 platforms. And I'll get it figured out. I'm going to have to do some research on some other streaming platforms to go on. Maybe that's why I can't go on there, because what William just told me a little bit ago about Google buying them. So it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, Straw Dog, I really, really love Michelin Commander 2s. I live 2.5 miles down a gravel road, and I bought these tires, 2018 is when I bought these tires, and I'm still running on them. and I live 2.5 miles down the road. If I ain't got anybody on the back of my bike, I ride my bike like I stole it. Oh, Griff, you lucky dog. It's been raining here, so I can't. Got to go make the videos. No live tonight, guys. Sorry. Yeah, I see everyone in. Outstanding, William. Thanks for coming on, my brother. I can't wait to see your videos. Yeah, I love being on my bike. I need a bigger bike. I really do. And every year I'm going to say I'm going to buy a bigger bike. More comfortable for cruising. But every year something pops up and I can't do it. So this year was my truck broke down, blew the engine in my truck. Got that step down, so don't go from a V8 to a V6. That's what ruined my engine in the first place. It was a stupid setup that Chevy came out with. A lot of other companies are too. My God, that is so ignorant. I love the concept, I really do, but they really, really, really need to improve that setup because that's what blew my engine, and I'm the one stuck paying $5,000 out of pocket plus another $1,700 to put it in because their engineers are freaking ignorant. Stupid ass vehicle companies anymore. But yeah. So now I'm paying for a new engine on their mess up. So, but the good thing is, I went through Powertrain Products, bought the engine. Technically, it was like I love mine. I got a 2016 Indian Scout. I love that bike. I really, really love that bike. I added 10-inch mini apes on it. I got my skeleton hand mirrors. I've got a handmade. I can't say that word on YouTube. Let me think of. Oh, what I'm trying to think of non-biker term or way of putting it. Safety bar on the back. It's hand twisted, square, solid steel tubing with my EGA, my Eagle Globe and Anchor, Marine Corps emblem on the back. I've got that on there. Man, I love that. I've got Vance and Hine pipes on it. Oh yeah, 2008 Harley Davidson Electric Glide Classic. Yeah, I can't get. I love Harley Davidson. Don't get me wrong. I love Harley Davidson. I just do not like what Harley Davidson has become, and the new hoo-ha guy in charge, that foreigner that's over Harley Davidson's products now. He is wanting to go 100% electric and do away with all gas engines when it comes to Harley Davidson. I can't get behind that. I really can't. It is really stupid that you got to pay $300 to change an oil on a freaking motorcycle. That is freaking ignorant. So I mean, I haven't bought it. I haven't bought a Harley Davidson. They've really gotten away from what made Harley Davidson Harley Davidson. When the Harley and the Davidsons done what they did with Harley Davidson, I love the birth of how it came out. I really do, how Harley Davidson was created, but they've gotten away from that, and they went woke, like big time woke. They're even advertising for Bud Light now because that little sham there bit them in the ass. But I love my Indians. I love my Indian motorcycle. The next bike I'm going to get is a Springfield Dark Horse 14-inch apes. I'm kicking around the heel toe shifter. I've ridden a couple bikes with heel toe shifter. I've never owned a heel toe shifter, but I like the concept. If I can wrap my brain around an old school way of shifting, the heel toe shifter would be great. With running boards, I've rode a couple of running boards. I've never actually owned one. I wouldn't buy Harley. Yeah, I mean, if I came across an old school Harley at a right price, maybe. Not a newer one. Laugh a lot. I've been YouTube edited. What do you mean by that, Griff? How did you get YouTube edited? Of course, it's you. It's hard to say what you've done. But I love it. I love my Indian Scout. I thought about trading it in. I've had a stage 1 put in on it. Not this winter, but the winter before, I put a Trask intake on it. And I can tell you now, that first time I got on that bike to pass somebody after putting that Trask intake on it, That was a brown pants moment. Because I went and I was all of a sudden, I'm not going around this vehicle. Oh shit, my front tire's off the ground. I had to lean get around this vehicle because Indian Scouts have so much torque and power behind them already. And I was used to how it handled there. Then I've got that stage one, got used to it, and then I put that trash intake on it. So I had to get used to on that. So I mean, with the Indian Scouts, when you get on it, if you ain't leading forward to help keep that front end down, you're going to bring that front up quicker than shit. And that's what happened to me when I put that trash intake on it, because I was used to how the stage one had been done to it and how it originally was with all that torque and power, which I've won contest with the hook it up to the dyno machine. I've beaten every single bike that we had, and there was like 200 some odd bikes out there. I came in second place. I only was beaten by a guy that had over 25 grand put into his engine. I mean, what this dude had in his engine, hey, Freaky, was and he barely beat me. And that was my bike fresh off the showroom floor. And I beat all these bikes in a dyno contest. And I've won several bike shows with my bike. I've gotten first and second places in a lot of bike shows. I don't do bike shows no more. That's not what I'm about. I'm getting voluntold to have my bike put in it, and I put in it, and usually I walk out in first or second place. I have heel toe shifters. Don't use heel shift. Yeah, I'd catch myself doing that too, Griff. Honestly, that'd be like one of my big deals. Is I'd probably end up doing. I'm just so many years of just shifting old school. You know, I didn't feed my bike nothing, Fricky. That was when I won that last dyno contest I went into is when my bike was fresh off the showroom floor. And I beat all them bikes on the dyno. I've beaten crotch rockets with my bike before I even done stage one of trash on it. And the last time I raced a crotch rocket is the reason why I don't race my bike anymore, because I ain't going to lie, that scared the shit out of me. I was got tired of this crotch rocket messing with me every time I come home from work. And dumb me had my half cap on and sunglasses when I did this. By the time I lit off, I got the water clear from my eyes. I was doing a $120 and getting ready to come into a curve. And I was like, crap. And I grabbed it, man. I was leaning. I was dragging pegs. I was like, oh my God, don't catch, don't flip. Shot around that curve, got pulled over, and kind of had to get myself together. Got my eyes. He finally caught up to me about 15, 20 seconds later. He finally caught up to me. He goes, holy crap, what'd you put in that bike? I said, nothing. This is stock. And I was beating crotch rockets on that bike. Now I've got a stage one and a trash intake on it. Electrical filed, cold engine. Let's have a proper engine. Hell yeah, dude. I can't do all electric, man. I can't. Y'all, so hey, current event. There you go. There's another good current event topic. And even though it started as a motorcycle topic, current event topic, folks. Any of you guys think that all electric is a smart thing? Y'all are more ignorant than you can ever imagine. There's about, what was the percentage? I think it was like around 20% more pollution, or it might be 40%, 20 or 40% more pollution that comes out from electric vehicles than it does gas engines. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, no, look at this. This says this. While running, you're absolutely correct. But they leave two very important things, the before and the after out. And this is the before and after is what causes the pollution to be extremely more higher than the gas engine pollution. The children who mine the lithium and what it takes to process the lithium, and China controls the batteries, and the factories used to create these batteries put out more pollution, is one reason why it's higher. The ending part of it, there's no way to just safely dispose or recycle lithium batteries. There is no way. Where are you going to put those batteries? When it costs you 10 grand to replace one battery, and that's how much it costs. It costs 10 grand to replace one freaking battery. I ask every single one of you guys who's watching now and watch later, who's got 10 grand in their pocket right now? I'll give a few minutes. I can caught up on the comments while you guys say that. No, exactly. Pop quiz. Where does the electric come from? Tiki tock. Comes from China. I hope these EV transportation devices don't last long. We do away with the idea of 15-minute communities. Yeah. Yeah, you got to have coal or nuclear power to run them factories and to charge your batteries. Another point right there, Melissa. Absolutely right. Humans need low EMFs, not more from it. Yeah, exactly. That's why Pelosi flew to Taiwan. Dude, did y'all check out when that Brit crushed Nancy Pelosi in that debate? Oh my God. I need to share that on my Rumble. I wonder if I could share that without getting in trouble on YouTube. Huh. If I wrote grand on paper a few times, I'll have it. Yeah. It's time to go back. In a way, yes, Cole. In other ways, no. There's a lot of things I love about having a motor vehicle, but there's a lot of aspects. But yeah, going back to horse and buggy would be great too. Is that 15-minute city by walking or driving? Driving. The 10-minute cities are done by driving. Long past time, Corey. Yeah. Love Indian bikes, but remove Indian chief if face on the tank. I like it on there. Now I'm part Native American. I have nothing against it. I think it's cool. It paints a hell of an homage and gives them credit. You know, I don't have a problem with the Indian being on there. Good question, David. Yeah. I missed it. What happened? What do you mean on that, Twisted? And I'll try to fill you in. You sure about that? Yeah. Twisted. That's what happens when you blink too long. 15-minute cities by crawling supplies should be sure. No kidding. Oh, the Pelosi. Okay. So she went over to the Oxford. Gosh dang, I can't remember. Oxford something or other. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. And they were debating on elitism and populism. And she was trying to say populism is what destroys governments, blah, blah, blah. Where the Brits on one side of the house, she had Brits with her on one side. And then this guy here, who's just a banjo player, he does the last debate against them. And, he pisses Pelosi off. It's so funny. It is so freaking funny. You guys, if you get a chance, go on YouTube, watch that video. It's Nancy Pelosi debates a Brit or something like that. I can't remember. You should get you pretty close. This dude absolutely shreds Nancy Pelosi, and he pisses her off, and it's so freaking funny. No, Brits. It's a British. It was Oxford. God, I can't remember now. Okay, that's bugging the crap out of me. I gotta look that up real quick. I'll copy the name and put it in the comments so you guys can look it up. Okay, as Nancy Pelosi argues that populism is a threat to democracy due to voting being manipulated. Yeah, they're the ones that manipulate it. Winston Marshall is the guy at Shreds. Winston Marshall argues that populism is not a threat to democracy, but rather democracy itself. Oxford Union. That's where it was at. That would be funny. Yes. All right, Freaky. Heck yeah, man. Bareback is fun. You gotta learn how to stay on it, though. Yeah, that would be funny, Griff. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do it this way. I don't know. You guys probably have to copy and paste that onto YouTube. But there you go. It is freaking hilarious, man. Ooh, Anonymous has got something new out. I'm gonna have to watch that in a little bit. No, we're not robots, not at all. And that's what I've been trying to say on this show here, Robert. Is we need to take back the power. We, the people, have the power. They are the people on the hill are our servants. Every elected officials are servants. We are not servants to them. We need to remind them of the oath that they swore that they seemed to just gaff off when they went in. Actually, I wonder if I got that on there. Give me a second. I know it's on my phone. Okay, let me send this to myself again, and I'll that way I can. Yep, there it is. And I want to send that here to me. Send it. Get the right one. Oh, wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. On the wrong Facebook. I went to send it to my author's one, not my regular one. Author. Take it easy, Michelle. My great granddad was a trick rider for a Travel Wild West show in the early night. Damn, that's cool. There we go. I'm back. Yeah, internet. The storm kicked my internet off. So I'll just do this real quick, and then I'll probably have to close it down. Um, nah, I didn't save it. I'll just do it another time. Um, so with this storms going on, we'll go ahead and bring this show to a close. Guys, let me know what you guys think about this, and I'll try to do this from time to time. Every once in a while, I'll come up with some stuff. Um, but before I get knocked off again, because it was still going live and I couldn't get on, so um, we'll go ahead and we'll have this and remember. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm not going camping this weekend, so I'll be on tomorrow, and we'll get some more stuff here. And with that being said, y'all, peace, love, and blessings. And I'll see you tomorrow on William's show and Campfire Chats. And you guys have a blessed day.